Today, we're taking a completely cinematic exploration into high-altitude real estate and the total transformation of luxury travel as we look toward 2026. If you've walked past the front of a commercial airplane lately, or if you track where the world's highest net worth individuals are actually spending their time, you'll notice a massive structural shift happening literally right before our eyes. So we're going to break down exactly what that looks like. We'll use the data, we'll look at the shifting economics, and we'll show you how luxury has completely redefined itself.
It's kind of a genuine modern-day mystery, right? Where did the ultra-elite actually go? Because as commercial first class slowly vanishes from the skies, it's definitely not like the world's wealthiest people have just stopped traveling. They absolutely haven't. They've just disappeared from public view entirely. And what they are buying instead? Well, that reveals pretty much everything you need to know about the new global economy of status.
So to figure out where they went, we first need to look at what they left behind. Section 1. The fading first class. Let's take a quick look at this vanishing luxury and the rapid decline of the traditional front-of-the-plane experience.
Now sure, demand is absolutely still there in the big global financial hubs, places like New York, London, or Dubai. But the broader picture, it's actually pretty stark. Top-tier carriers are systematically abandoning their first-class cabins. We're talking about major global players here. Asiana, LATAM, Turkish Airlines, Air New Zealand, they've just entirely eliminated this class of service. And why? Well, when you look at the fundamental economics of flying, the math simply doesn't work anymore.
Let's see how this all builds. Section 2. The efficiency paradox. Real estate in the sky. To really get this, I want you to shift your perspective for a second. Try to stop thinking of an airplane as just a vehicle, and instead, think of it as highly contested floating commercial real estate.
And when we talk about real estate, let's look at the absolute peak of the legacy first-class footprint. Take Etihad's The Residence. This thing boasts an astonishing 125 square feet of space. We're talking a dedicated living room, a private bedroom, and a bathroom all right there on the aircraft. It's unparalleled, sky-high luxury for those willing to fork out top dollar.
But then, immediately contrast that with this. 4 square feet. That is the average footprint of a standard economy class seat. The sheer, undeniable visual of that massive inefficiency is pretty striking, isn't it?
So the dramatic physics of this paradox become really clear really fast. A first-class product like the Residence takes up over 30 times more space than your standard economy seat. For an airline, that is a staggering amount of space being sacrificed right at the front of the aircraft. It literally bleeds potential passenger capacity. It means those lower-class cabins are forced to have fewer seats, which just directly eats into the airline's profit margins.
But you don't just have to take my word for it. Listen to the people actually designing the next generation of airlines. Tony Douglas, the CEO of Riyadh Air, which is a brand new airline completely reimagining travel in the Middle East, stated point blank, "We feel that first class is not an efficient use of the real estate on the aircraft." He noted it could be put to way better use with a 3-cabin product that includes business class, premium economy, and economy. They aren't even bothering with first class. They're definitively validating this real estate argument and putting that super precious space to better use.
But here's the thing, it's not just basic math and real estate calculations killing off first class. It's actually taking friendly fire from the cabin right behind it. Section 3, business class rising, closing the gap.
Just look at this comparison. Historically, first class offered vast space, maybe even a double bed, like you'd see on Singapore Airlines. But today, business class has completely revolutionized itself. Carriers like Qatar, British Airways, and ANA are now offering closed-door luxury, totally lie-flat seats, and insane premium perks. And they're competing directly with their first-class counterparts, but for a fraction of the price. Basically, the airline industry is effectively cannibalizing its own ultra-premium market.
So the really crucial takeaway here is that the differences between first and business class are rapidly dwindling. Especially post-pandemic, travel demand surged, and airlines had to make some very conscious decisions to configure their planes to maximize capacity. They realized that by investing heavily in incredible business class and premium economy products, they can make sure guests feel highly valued without sacrificing that crazy 30-to-1 real estate ratio we talked about earlier.
Which brings us right back to our opening mystery. Where exactly are they going? Section 4, the private shift. Where the elite go. Because if commercial first class is mathematically obsolete and business class is just for the masses, high net worth individuals have migrated. They've moved to private charters and extended, totally secluded stays.
Now,
Going into 2026, the luxury travel category looks structurally different from the 2010s. The visibility cost of being rich has risen incredibly sharply. We live in the social media era, right? Observation is literally constant. So for high net worth individuals, true privacy is no longer just a preference, it is a very real form of personal security. They are fleeing commercial airports entirely just to avoid the crowds, the friction, and the public eye. And the capital migration follows this trend absolutely perfectly. Take a look at this number. $16.8 billion. That is the projected value of the global yacht charter market by 2033. It perfectly illustrates a massive financial shift toward owner-only, fully controlled environments. The ceiling of the experience economy just isn't Seat 1A on a commercial jet anymore. It's a personalized vessel out on the open water.
The whole definition of luxury has entirely flipped. Think back to the 2010s. A yacht charter was basically a moving party. It was all about added amenities and highly visible public status. But in 2026, the experience of luxury is defined way less by what is added and much more by what is removed. It's all about removing friction. It's about moving wellness retreats. It's about absolute seclusion and totally controlling exactly who is in your environment at all times.
So let's bring this all together in our final chapter. Section 5, the privacy premium. The 2026 luxury standards. Let's look at what the ultra-wealthy are actually buying with this totally new approach to travel.
By 2026, the single most valuable currency for luxury travelers is no longer the size of the hotel suite or, the thread count of the sheets. It is absolute privacy. We're seeing this massive surge in demand for private compounds and villa rentals in exclusive places like St. Bart's, Mallorca, or the Amalfi Coast, and these are properties that can routinely exceed $200,000 a week. But they aren't just rentals. They operate like private residence clubs where you completely control the mealtimes, the household rhythm, and exactly when the staff appears and disappears. It is entirely about architecture over amenities.
And when they do fly, they fly private, but with a real twist. The most quietly important shift here is that wellness has stopped being just a fun spa theme and started being a structural standard. The majority of long-haul private jet clients are now specifically requesting wellness-focused cabin configurations. We're talking about engineered sleep optimization modes, precision hydration protocols, and actual jet lag mitigation architecture built right into the aircraft itself. Wellness is literally the structural foundation of the journey now.
The entire luxury supply chain has basically been quietly rebuilt from the ground up. So, I want to leave you with this final, provocative thought. If the new era of luxury is no longer about what you can add to an experience, but rather what you can completely remove from it, what will the ultra-rich strip away next? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep questioning the structures around you, and I'll see you next time.